All right, this is what I believe is the first must-have every Harley owner should have. Is this right here. And now you say, why? You say, what is it? Well, it's shift linkage. And yeah, so we'll get back to that at a later date. So shift linkage is going to go and reside in its new home, which is out here in Kashmir. And there it will stay until it is needed. And I will tell you the story in a bit, so stand by. Yeah, give me a thumbs up and subscribe while you're at it. Hey, good day to everybody. It is Sunday after Labor Day. I am out here on my favorite ride by the strawberry fields. It's beautiful out. It just touched 80 degrees just this very minute. I hope everybody had a good Labor Day. I know for some of you that up north, once Labor Day comes and goes, you guys consider it the end of summer, but it is not. We still have plenty of nice weather. My Florida twisty roads. So yeah. I hope everybody enjoyed their Labor Day. You got out to go to your barbecues or whatever. I hope you all had the day off. Although I know not everybody can have the day off. So the other day, Labor Day as a matter of fact, I finally got my wife on the street glide. She absolutely positively loved it. She absolutely loved it. She said it was 1,000 times better than the Spider. Simply because, number one, she didn't soak through her clothes in sweat. Because I'll tell you something, it was very hot riding that machine. And I do mean hot. I mean, we would, within 45 minutes, we would be drenched in sweat. It was just obnoxiously hot to ride. It was designed in such a way that you got no airflow over your body. So you just sat there on top of the engine and you just sweltered in the heat. Even on the interstate. Even when I went up to Maine where it was, you know, only in the 80s in the time I was up in Maine. Not even, some days it was only in the 70s. I mean, even going down the interstate up there, I was extremely hot. So that was the deciding factor in getting rid of that and getting back on a Harley, getting back on two wheels. It was just obnoxiously hot to ride, and it was uncomfortable. My wife was not comfortable on it. She said the seating position was terrible. The back seat was too wide for her. She's a short woman. She's only 4'10", and it just put her, you know, legs in an unnatural position with her hips. So that was another reason why I got rid of it. It was just too uncomfortable for my wife as far as the seating position. So we're both a lot happier, and she's happy. But she loved this bike, so that makes me happy. All right, so we got that out of the way. Oh, give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Hit that subscribe notification, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I post a video. Keep alerted. Now, about those, about the shifter linkage that I threw in the saddlebag, the story behind that. 2006, I believe it was. Yeah, 2006. Me and my wife were coming home fairly late at night, 11:30, 12 o'clock, probably closer to midnight. But anyways, I was about 2 miles from the house and went to downshift into second gear going around a street corner, cutting through my neighborhoods. And shifter linkage just went kaput. It just fell flat. There was nothing there, so it was just dangling. I stopped the bike and seen what's what. And what happened is where the rod that goes between the shifter lever up front and the lever that connects to the transmission, it broke. The threaded portion broke right at the heim joint, so there was no repairing it on the roadside. None, even though I had tools, no repairing it. So I just grabbed the shifter rod and I pulled it down in the first gear and just, idled it home, 10 miles an hour through the neighborhoods. Fortunately, I was close to home, so next day I went to my local Harley-Davidson dealership, Monty's Cycle Shop in West Bridgewater, Massachusetts. Shout out to them. And went in, got a shifter, linkage. Just OE, nothing fancy, nothing special. And as I'm walking out the door, I thought to myself, I said, the dang thing broke once. Good chance it's going to break again. So I walked back into the counter and I grabbed a second one and went home, threw the shifter linkage on, adjusted it to my liking. Oh, top tip, when you're adjusting your shifter linkage, take your boot or your shoe that you normally wear when you're riding, put it on your floorboard, put it on your foot peg, and adjust the linkage down to the toe. And that way it'll be in the perfect position and you won't have to, be adjusting it 2 or 3 times. One and done. So anyways, long story short, I took the second one that I bought, the spare, and I cut most of the blister packaging away and just left enough to protect the rod in the packaging with the cardboard backing. And fast forward several years, 2009, and I'm retired, and I'm up Maine tooling around, and I decided I was going to head out towards Rangeley, Maine, and I jumped on the interstate for one exit to get up to the, the road I needed to get up to that goes out of Augusta, or actually I believe it's Manchester, Maine, that Route 17 goes out of and goes up towards Rangeley, Maine, and so I'm pulling out of the toll plaza, and maybe 8th mile afterwards, there's 2 guys broke, side of the road broke down. I give a toot to the horn, grab their attention. I give the thumbs up, thumbs down signal, make sure everything's okay. I get the thumbs down, some turkey buzzards there, I believe those were. I get the thumbs down, so I pull over and I stop and I walk back to them and see what's going on. And lo and behold, broken shifter linkage. And I told the guy, I said, I can hook you up, I got one. And they looked at me in disbelief and they said, yeah, what are you going to do, pull it out of your helmet? Yeah, okay, we'll keep it family friendly. Pull it out of my helmet? I said, as a matter of fact, I do have one, and dug through the bottom of the saddlebag underneath all my wife's rain gear and her stuff that she keeps in the bike all the time. And I handed that over to them, and they had a little bit of egg on their face, and they were like, hey man, we're sorry. I said, hey, forget about it, I would have done the same thing in your position, I would have busted some chops. So they tried to pay me. I didn't want any money for it. I mean, it was there for a reason in my bag. And I just told them, I said, hey, pay it forward, and maybe, you guys could think about, keeping one in your saddlebag. So, and there you have why that's in my saddlebag. I mean, you never know when something like that is going to break and strand you on the side of the road, you know, in middle of absolute nowhere. I mean, really, I mean, you could be in the middle of absolute nowhere and be stranded. So my suggestion to all you Harley riders, you know, I mean, buy a shifter rod and, you know, and throw it in your saddlebag or throw it in your tool pack. I mean, it takes up absolute zero room in the bottom. I mean, there's absolutely takes zero room up in the bottom of that bag. So yeah, there you have the story of the shifter linkage. But other than that, same old, out riding around most every day, enjoying the Florida weather. I mean, and now that I'm not sweltering when I go out for a ride, it's so much more enjoyable, so much more. This is the type of weather all motorcyclists look forward to, you know, 80 degrees, 81 degrees, crystal clear skies. I mean, come on, look at the sky. I mean, crystal clear. Absolutely splendiferous, as they would say. So yeah. And to all my followers, you know, thank you for following me. I appreciate it. To all you subscribers, I appreciate it. I know I haven't made a video in, oh, geez, 3.5 weeks. I bought a brand new GoPro and media mod, and I could not get any audio to come out of the GoPro whatsoever with the media mod. And long story short, I finally called GoPro up to see what's what. I mean, I went through about a half a dozen microphones or more, and finally called GoPro up, and, you know, I did the factory reset, and I did the manual, you know, reset. I mean, did the manual upload of the firmware for the camera and all that, and nothing worked. It just was like, so I finally opened a ticket with GoPro, and they ran me through every scenario that I had already performed, and so they ended up determining that the media mod was bad, and I had to forward them the, you know, the receipt and everything for the media mod, and I did that, and now they want me to send them a picture of the receipt. And I sent her an email, this woman I was dealing with exclusively, and I said, you know, I sent everything in a PDF because this was an internet purchase. I mean, how am I supposed to take a picture of, you know, something that's electronically on a computer? And that was yesterday, so waiting to hear back now. And I don't know, it just sounds like they want to give me one. You know, the only way I'm going to get a new media mod is if I do, you know, 3 somersaults, whistle Yankee Doodle Dandy, and, you know, do the jig or something, or do a polka. So, I mean, I'll get it worked out. Somehow I always manage to get it worked out. Got some cattle up here. These crazy dogs right here, these dogs here, all those shepherds, boy, I don't know if the GoPro picked them up or not, but I'm going to tell you, my very first ride out here on the Can-Am Spider, I saw those dogs hauling the mail across that field, and I was thinking to myself, oh, please, Lord, let that gate be locked, let there be a fence. I was a little panicked. I have to be honest with you, I was a little panicked. I think that's the one thing all us motorcyclists and bikers hate is, you know, seeing a dog running after them. Yeah. Oh, you know, my wife did have one complaint about the bike, and that bike, and this bike here, it doesn't have passenger floorboards. It only has passenger foot pegs. And my wife likes the bigger floorboards, and I can understand that. I like a big floorboard too. So if any of you Harley enthusiasts, Harley owners, have passenger floorboards, like off of an Ultra Classic or something like that. Ooh, sandy corner. Ooh, sandy corner. Hate sandy corners. And gravel and rocks. Nice. So, all right, back on track. So if any of you Harley owners have any takeoff parts, such as, you know, passenger floorboards, email me. My email is in the About section of my channel. You know, it's blah 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 at the Google email address there. So I'd appreciate that if you know, we could work some kind of deal out. It doesn't have to break the bank. I mean, I don't expect anything for free. I don't expect to pay I don't expect to pay retail prices either. So that would be nice if somebody could hook me up with a set of passenger floorboards. Yeah, we got some bicyclists out here. They are supposed to move over. I should have went between them. Dropped it down 2 gears and went between them. Wake them up! Yeah. All right. All right. Listen to that freedom! Yeah, baby, the sound of freedom. All right. So that's about it. I mean, if I think of anything else I want to say, you know, like I always say, give me a big thumbs up. You know, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you're thinking. Give me ideas of something to talk about. I mean, I have no idea what to talk about. I seem to ramble about the same old thing all the time. So it'd be nice to have a topic. Got a bunch of bikes out, nice dual sport. Seen a bunch of bikes out yesterday. That's the other thing. I tried to make this video yesterday. I had this camera, the $50 Casio camera. I had this in photography mode. So about the only thing I did all day was I took about 24 pictures, which left me a little bewildered until I went through the camera settings and realized what I did. Pretty lame, but me and technology, yeah, me and technology, we don't get along very well at all. I struggle with technology. So where I'm going now, I'm going to head out to the, I'm going to go down the Duet Road. Wow, that was a big rock. Glad I went way right. So anyways, I'm going to go down the Duet Road and to my favorite spot where I stop and take a rest, which I'm not going to because I don't have to. And I think I'm going to make my way over to the backside of Mayaka State Park before I head home. And that should be about a 100-mile ride all through the countryside. Nothing but stop signs to contend with, which is nice. Alright, so I think I will leave it at that. I'm pretty sure I rambled on long enough. And I know a lot of you good people lose interest after 8 minutes. Alright, so I guess I will call it. And that will be that. So as usual, give me a big thumbs up if you like this video. Hit that like button and hit that notification icon so you know when I post a new video, and I'll try to be posting 1 week from now on, even if I have to use this China camera. Okay, well, peace, God bless.